I totally understand the potential for him to be a bit disruptive because he hasn't been in the lineup, and just having him back in there and trying to do what you can to help him along may be somewhat of a distraction considering the magnitude of the opponent that they're going up against. That would seem ill-advised. It wouldn't appear to be the wisest thing. But Russell Westbrook is lethal, man. He's something special. He is a special, special talent. And I refuse to believe that his presence on the Oklahoma City Thunder roster in any way is a liability. I just don't believe it. I'm just one of those guys, and just like, you know, Skip, the courage of his convictions and being stubborn, in this particular instance, I'm the same way when it comes to Russell Westbrook. I think that his talent is so surreal, I can't look at him as a liability.
Even tonight, you can't.
Even tonight. Right. And to me, tonight, you need a star on the squad with you if you're Kevin Durant. It can't hurt. It can only help, even if he's a decoy, because he's that special. And to me, that's what it comes down to. Russell Westbrook is the most athletic point guard, arguably, in NBA history. He is a top 10 player in the NBA when healthy, without question. And I look at him, and if he's on the floor, I imagine he's been practicing. I imagine he's been working out. I imagine that Scott Brooks and Sam Presti is as cautious as they have been in protecting him and bringing him along. This is a guy that when he shows up on the court, he's not going to show up unless he's ready to play.
I agree.
And I think because of that, I can't view him as a liability. He's just too big time of a talent for me to look at, and he's too much of a competitor. And he D's up. He does it all. I can't look at him as a liability. I understand he could be a bit disruptive momentarily, but I just think that they played together long enough, and he is too big-time talented, and Kevin Durant is who he is. I think they'll find a way within the 48 minutes mix to work it out. That's what I believe.
By the way, I'm still not sure Russell Westbrook is a point guard. I think he's still more of a two than a point. And I also think that as I've watched Durant over the last month or so, Durant is actually a better distributor of the basketball than Russell is.
I'm just talking about the guy that brings the ball up the court, like you said.
All right. I believe that there is no way, to all your points that you just made, that Russell Westbrook will ease back into this flow. He loves to play basketball. He has been itching, as you've seen night after night on the bench, to get into the basketball game. And I think he will return with guns blazing. This young man has a huge ego. I think his ego is bigger than Kevin's, and that's a compliment for me. He plays with a big ego because he has huge confidence in his special ability that you just talked about. But for one Kevin Durant, after the month he just had with the greenest light in the NBA, it's going to be like going from the lava flow, the red-hot flow that he's been in, to jumping into an ice bath with Russell Westbrook, because this is going to be a shock to Kevin's basketball equilibrium. He's just too big a presence, Russell Westbrook, to say, oh, we'll just pick right back up where we left off, because Kevin is leaving off the hottest month of his career. In fact, I can make a case, averaging 35 points over the last, whatever it's been, let's see, 7 to 16. He played 16 of those 17 games. I can make a case nobody has had a better stretch in the history of this league than Durant is coming off. So now here come the Miami Heat with LeBron chomping for a shot at revenge over KD, and KD has to worry about guarding LeBron for much of the game and trying to figure out a new flow with his old partner who hasn't played since, what, Christmas? Wow.
Well, let me say this. There's a couple of things. Russell Westbrook has played in only 25 games this year. He averaged 21, 7, and 6 in those 25 games. He didn't start off the season playing. He came into the season injured, came there, played about 25 games. The last time we saw him was Christmas Day. Now, albeit it was against the Knicks. Last time we saw him was Christmas Day, and the man had a triple-double by the third quarter. We didn't even know anything was wrong with him. And then after the game, they said, well, you know what, we're going to sit you down. So what I'm trying to say to you is that it's not like he was out with some torn ACL or something, and he's coming back for the first time. He had a triple-double, and they pulled him out.
That's why it was so shocking.
Exactly. He was running up the court. Yeah. Even he was like, what's up? What you got me out for? Right. You know, so they're like, let's be cautious and what have you. So I just think that, again, it's not going to be as difficult as you're portraying it to be, that him and KD are going to be able to gel. They've been playing together for years. I think they'll be fine. Not only that, Reggie Jackson, is a lot like Russell Westbrook. He's not to that level.
No.
But his style of play, his attitude, his aggression, the kind of things he tries to do, it's similar to that. A Jeremy Lamb is similar to a Kevin Martin. A Serge Ibaka is much improved. A Kendrick Perkins plays his role. All I'm saying is, it's the team. One of the things that goes underestimated, that really falls under the radar, is that Oklahoma City is very accustomed to playing together. They don't do a lot of changing.
Well, accustomed to playing with Kevin together because, look, over the last 6 weeks, Kevin basically played point forward. The ball went through him to Reggie, to Jeremy, to Ibaka off the pick and roll. You know and I know, you call him a point guard, and the only thing he does point guard-wise to me is he dribbles the ball up the floor almost every time. So tonight, Kevin's going to have to get used to playing a little more, maybe a lot more, without the basketball.